So this is session 17 of Apocalypse Keys. And I think today we're going to have a 4-way kaiju battle in Manila. And before we start, we're going to have a quick recap of what happened last time. We started with Rhydian having a prophetic dream, because that is a power that Rhydian has now. And that was Rhydian having a dream in a glass forest where they encounter the remains of Petal and a transformed Lady Baptiste, who delivers cryptic messages and reveals a key to the mystery. Rhydian found themselves alone in the wood of glass trees where light forms a mosaic on the ground. And under a large season-changing tree, Rhydian discovered a pile of flesh, blood, bones, and gore, and recognized them as the remains of Petal, who in the session before that, they had sacrificed to escape Lord Gwyn's court. Lady Baptiste appeared as a cloud of vapor in a cape and approached Rhydian, expressing that she had been looking for them all over the world. And importantly, Baptiste addressed Rhydian as first sister, then brother, but in any case as some sort of sibling, stating that they will be together soon. And they then granted Petal's remain 84 hours of freedom before she takes them back. And that was the end of the dream. What fell out of it in terms of clues was a small crooked shrine to a forgotten god of pain and violence who destroyed their own name. And Rhydian declared an irrevocable truth, that is, the power to split in half is necessary to claim the door of power, and that is why the Manananggal are being targeted. Then after that, we had Virtus descending into the basement of the house after he heard infernal screams from beneath the building, and smashed through several locked doors to reach a moldy dank basement where he crashed into a ritual that had just been finished and confronted a monstrous-looking old woman who we later found out was Elder Oduja, who was caked in blood and body parts and had invited some sort of old god of Czech's note, pain and violence into her body. And that reminded Virtus of the cult that summoned himself 100 years ago, where his body was meant to receive a deity. And this caused Virtus to have a literal meltdown, and he blasted the cultists, or what was left of them, and the newly summoned deity apart. And this explosion of angelic power not just shook but destroyed the foundations of the building, and the crew was then busy with evacuating the building. We had a cut to Rhydian, who in the top levels of the building awoke from their dream and witnessed Franklin Wolf attempting to attack Samantha. The Manananggal that had been rescued from the moldy wall by Alecto in the prior session. And as Franklin emerged from the shadow wielding a wicked curved blade and lunging at Samantha, Rhydian summoned her little demon of pain to intercept Franklin, but Franklin just phased through it. And then Rhydian reclaimed a forgotten power of telekinesis, reached out with their mind to grasp Franklin and touched Franklin at every single one of his molecules and tore him asunder. And Franklin did not die from being ripped apart on a molecular level, but is for sure humbled. And left behind this bluish-white bladed dagger sharp enough to cut through air and sound, as the clue says. And then Rhydian used their powers to calm the panicked Manananggal during the collapse and ensured a calm and efficient evacuation while also gaining a bond with Samantha. And in the staircase, the fleeing masses of people met as Virtus transferred a bit of his power most of his power to Sister Theresa, who then, after she gave Virtus a what for, that this is not the time to wallow in his self-pity, but to act and help people, did just that, powered by his angelic powers. And from under the rubble, Elder Oduja also emerged and took the third throng of Manananggal under her wings, literally evacuating them and forming some sort of collection point on the backlot of the house. And as soon as everybody was free from the house and was in safety, Elder Oduja took a leap towards the center of the city, and as we all know, probably towards Instavit's tower. And that is where we left. The last thing I remember that happened was that Virtus, now powerless, joined ranks with Manananggal, who were all in a very orderly and controlled rank and file formation, marching towards the building being the Instavit's building. And that is where we left off. And with that, let's go to break.
Did we all have like a tiny little vignette at that end?
I'm not sure if we did. I didn't note it down. And I do remember that this thing about him falling in line, and this only was a late addition by Virtus, where he was like, "Oh yeah, one more thing." The thing where we all had a vignette at the end.
I might just be misremembering. It's been a while.
Oh no, I don't think we had.
Oh, good. Don't worry about it. I'm also not sure. Okay. Cool.
Okay. How long do we need until 15 past, 20 past?
Sounds good. 15?
Okay.
Nina, what do you think?
That's fine by me.
Let's do that.
All right, cool.
Okay, see you then.
All right.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Here on Discord. Okay, let's start. And of course, as always, we start with our beginning of session things.
Yes.
And that is such a good thing design-wise to put that in. Makes it so easy to just jump in. What are your impulses today, Rhydian? What do you want to do today?
Oh, hang on. Have I even thought about this? No. Give me a sec.
Mm-hmm. Then, Alecto, what is your impulse today?
I think it's the same as the last time, because the last time I didn't really, I didn't really do much in terms of using powers. Mm-hmm. So it's, did you hurt the innocent in your quest for vengeance?
Okay.
Oh, I think given the nature of our session, I'm also staying with my same impulse, which is, did you use the emotions or memories of another to create a cruel advantage?
Then let me ask you, Rhydian, what have you been dreaming of lately?
Ooh, what have I been dreaming of? I wonder if I'm still dreaming of Lady Baptiste, but maybe in the context of tearing asunder Chamoy.
Okay.
After that experience and also seeing what she's up to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you dream.
Oh, wait, do I have to? No, I have to roll for this, don't I?
Oh, true, you roll first.
Hang on. Where's my move? What do I do?
all the way at the bottom, it's G79.
There it is. Yes. So it is a darkness tokens and roll, indeed. Okay. Let's see. How many do I have? Oh, I have plenty.
5 million.
Huh?
Nothing.
And somehow I have not opened the link to the dice roller. That's great. Wait, it's here.
I would judge you for it if I had opened it myself, but I haven't.
So I'm spending 2.
Uh-huh.
As is my usual. And there we go. Wow, it's a 7.
Okay. What does that mean? On a 7-, you dream of a broken future that was erased from the timeline by a future you that no longer exists. The keeper describes the dream and the harrowing future. Part of that future will become real and affect this reality. Same as last time.
I know. I'm wondering if I want to spend a bond or not.
Do you want to spend a bond? I remind you that the first time that happened, death disappeared from the world. And the second time that happened, well, we haven't seen the fallout of that yet.
I know. The thing is, though, the pro on the, I guess, how do you say that? The benefit of the 8 to 10 is getting another clue. Do we need that? Wait, did we do something?
Oh, the next mystery.
Failed? Huh?
Oh, true. We have to craft an entirely new theory.
Yeah.
All right. Totally forgot about that. Yes. I already prepared a clue for the next mystery, but yeah, we can totally get a clue for this mystery. Might not be the worst thing.
The question is, of course, which bond would I? Actually, this would fit. Hang on. Let me see. Let me just have a brief look. Yeah. I mean, yeah, let me spend a bond. But it's an interesting one. I'm gonna spend a bond with my true and cosmic form because I think that fits very well into the dreaming part of things. Because my true and cosmic form is only sort of, I guess, speaking to me or reaching out to me most strongly in my dreams. And while that is, I guess, a horrifying, potentially apocalyptic prospect, it would stand to reason that it also helps me gain more control over what actually happens in the dream, or how certain actions in the dream, or how they might or might not leak into the reality, etc. I feel like that makes sense. That was not the most narratively satisfying thing, but I feel like in terms of the themes, it is.
Now I'm wondering. I totally forgot about the thing with a theory roll.
Sorry, what?
The thing with the theory roll. I totally forgot about that, and now that I remembered it, I also remember that we all meant to look up how that works again.
Shit.
Let me just quickly take out my book and see if I can find it quickly. So maybe we're just doing another theorizing session today. Which is fine by me, because since we're doing the break in February anyway, I'm in no particular rush to finish this mystery today.
Let's go with the flow.
Narratively speaking, maybe we still go to that area anyway and figure out more stuff on the go.
You mean to the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like if we want to move it along a little bit.
I'm also now seeing that I still have to take a rule in advance.
Nice. Then maybe I haven't thought about that while we're having that air while I'm looking up stuff.
Yes, it's just, this is what happens when you have a holiday break, right? Everyone's like, what?
Yeah, it's probably not going to be the most productive session today. I kind of knew that we were going in.
I really don't have much left. I can gain a new ruin condition or permanently mark a condition. Or become a harbinger. So...
So the move says on a 7-, the door remains hidden. The theory was the wrong one. Every PC marks one ruin. In addition, precious time is lost and the doomsday clock ticks forward. And if this fills the doomsday clock, the Harbinger has claimed the power of the door and the PCs will face the worst possible circumstances. It doesn't say anything about what happens with our theory now.
So here it just says, if the theory is the wrong one, the door remains hidden. Precious time is wasted and the doomsday clock ticks forward. When a theory fails, the group will have to choose how to move forward. Do they double back and continue to uncover additional keys, more time, or will they take the risk of testing out another theory right away? Which to me sounds like we can reuse the clues, right? We don't need new clues because otherwise you couldn't do this normally because you're not going to have that many left. You just have to make a new theory. It's not spelling it out, but I feel like that's what it says.
Yeah, so what I'm taking from that is that the main concern for the GM here is time. And we just basically you can have your cake and eat it too, because you just found a new clue. If you want, I can weave in a clue for the next mystery, but I can also weave in a clue for this one. Your choice, Sina.
Ina, do you have a preference?
No.
Let's get one for this one. If we don't like it, we don't use it. If we like it, we have more to work with.
Okay. Let me just quickly see which one I take from this one. So you dream. In your dream, primary sensation in your dream, I think, is the smell of cigarette smoke. Cigarette smoke that has been caught in upholstery of chairs and seats, in a thick, plushy carpet, and has been soaked into that carpet for decades, it feels, and is just coming out of this carpet. It also surrounds you, this cigarette smoke from the people around you, just going about their days, smoking cigarettes, having drinks, having gimlets, and all kinds of cocktails and beer around you. There's an air of cheer in the air over a substratum of loneliness and desperation. You hear the sounds of the slot machines, jingle, jingle, and the cranking and cracking of the handles of the slot machines. You hear a couple to your left have a loud and quite theatric fight. She asserts her independence. He is mad that she has gambled away their kids' college fund. On the other side of the table from you is a concierge, croupier, in a striped livery, dealing cards. To your left are the long, slender, and quite elegant fingers that you just know with this certainty of dreams belong to Baptiste. When you wake up, you might think that, that's maybe the form that she had when she was alive. In your dream, of course, that's the way she always looked. And she smiles at you and she says, "Oh, finally we're together. Hasn't that been a lovely weekend?" As she pulls another handful or throws another handful of money at the table, upping her ante. To your right, there's Virtus. To Virtus' right, there's Alecto. And the dealer is dealing the final card. As you look at the card in your hand, you notice that, again, with the certainty of dreams, they have suits that when you wake up, will notice that they are odd. In your dream, they don't feel odd. You have the 8 of chains, the 10 of blood, and a face card that depicts an old deity whose name you've forgotten. And as the dealer turns around the last card, you the realization sets in that you've lost, and you've lost everything. You've bet too much. There's this gigantic pile of money on the table. And another thing that you will notice when you wake up, it doesn't look odd in your dream, is that the money is torn into small pieces. Just to double check, you wanted a clue for this mystery, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And it is laid out in a peculiar pattern. A pattern that now, again, not maybe now, but when you wake up, you will piece it together. A pattern that is repeated in all the circuitry that you've been seeing from Tomoe and Franklin. It's maybe even some sort of molecular pattern. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. But the moment the dealer turns around the last card, you know you've lost everything. And you hear a chuckle from your left, from Baptiste. A delighted chuckle. A delighted chuckle that turns into a maniacal cackle as the smell of cigarette smoke is first undercut and then replaced by the smell of smoke, by the smell of burning tinder, burning flesh, smoke coming into your view, as around you, the casino that you're in is burning down. And Baptiste gets up and she throws away the cape that she's wearing and reveals her wolf form, which is glorious, beautiful, nothing, darkness. And she says, well, it's come to this. And as around you people die in the flames, she just gets stronger and stronger and more delighted. And you wake up. The clue is this obscene amount of money torn into small pieces and laid out in an odd pattern.
Mm-hmm. Torn up and laid out in an odd pattern. Odd, did you say?
Odd is what the clue in the book says. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice way of, I don't know, tying in Lady Baptiste's background.
Does Lady Baptiste have a connection with casinos?
I meant the fire. Like the backstory was that was it that she died in one of those big fires? Well, didn't die, but
in the big fire.
Oh yeah, the big fire in London.
The London fire. Okay.
Yeah, and that's when she became like a shade, and got
like
her
quite literally looking like smoke, right?
Yeah, and got her connection to Lady Death and all of that.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. What do we do now?
Now we need to theorize again. The last theory was wrong. We still have the immutable aspect of the gate of power being tied to the power of splitting in half.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the only thing that can't change. The book doesn't tell us how big the change in our theory has to be. Maybe it's just a detail. Maybe it's totally wrong. Maybe there is a different Harbinger in play with what we now know what happened last time. I could imagine that, just to throw it out there, that the Harbinger is not really Tomoe, actually, but maybe the Harbinger is Sister
What's
Teresa.
His face? Oh, I was thinking of that, you know.
Oh, yeah, if you want to go there, of course. Like, in my mind, he's a bit of a just like
Franklin.
Oh yeah, no, I also think he's a lackey. I also think he's a lackey. I was just throwing it out there, but I don't know if it's Sister Teresa. That just seems.
Now that she got all the power from Virtus.
Yeah, but then how would that have led to all of this beforehand?
I don't know. I was just trying to point out that we can also make like radical shifts in perspective.
No, I know, but I was just thinking now, I mean, theoretically, she would obviously be in a great position to do this because nobody suspects her and she has all of that access to the Manananggal. But then I'm like, why then would she even invite the, division people? Unless like the plan all along was to like play on Virtue's feelings and like harness his power.
Mm. I mean, it doesn't even have to be. The larger mystery is the Manananggal murders, and the Harbinger is just one facet. Like the entire rest of the theory could still work out, and we just find out that the Harbinger is somebody else than we thought it was, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we discover a new facet about a facet, like the obscene amount of money torn up and laid out in odd patterns. How does that fit in? And that alone, if you can fit it in somewhere, that in itself changes the theory.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, can we connect anyone to money in general, maybe?
Insta-bits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But we also said that maybe Tomoe is no longer
Well, she can still be that if we want to just keep it at that.
So if we
a
stick with
harbinger.
Tomoe being the Harbinger, what was our theory so far? Why she engineered all that thing?
Good question.
So-
Our theory went wild. Oh, it was about AI. It was about
Yeah, that's what I remember. Uh-huh.
Wait, really? Did I miss something?
Yes, because we had all of these like bluish white things with circuits and blah blah blah, and then we were thinking, what if it's about like completely changing reality in a way that we went a bit wild.
Yeah, the theory, if I remembered correctly, was that Tomoe was or rather Instavitz was in the process of activating some sort of AI.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember. Oh God, it's been a month.
Like,
I don't remember
reality?
how the rest fit into it, but the gate was the AI itself in the moment it activates, I think.
Right, and that was what we thought Tomoe was planning to do when she went back to the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were they were farming the
wings.
The Manananggal salt, I think it was.
Weren't they also collecting the wings?
Yeah, she was collecting the wings.
But we decided that was just another, another side of her being evil. But it isn't
just
actually
collecting trophies.
But just to make it into wings for herself. But that wasn't really the main, main thing. It was just while I'm here,
like making a fur coat.
Yeah, making a set of wings. Yeah,
but
the main thing was the farming the Manananggal and producing the salt from them. The salt that is toxic to everything.
Yeah.
I don't remember why though. In some way it was to do with the AI.
I think it was about powering the thing, or was it about oh God, yeah, I think it was about powering it, but I can't remember exactly how. This is the problem when it's been so long since you've had a theory and then it's...
Okay, so the salt is deadly to everyone and also has some sort of energetic power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what we decided.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's also kind of, I like the idea because then it can also be used to poison minds, right? Because it powers the AI. So it's a poison in different aspects.
Yes.
So I kind of like that idea still.
I was just thinking, with how much we've forgotten of our original theory, no matter what we come up with today, it is going to be a new theory.
Oh, God.
Inevitably.
So let's just try to tie it all together into one theory and then have a roll and see what happens.
Okay, so question about the dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So the dagger then seems to have a connection to the gate as well, right? Because it has a similar look to it.
Yeah.
Right?
In my headcanon, it was just another bit of salt-fueled technology.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I don't know if we've actually established that, or if that is just my headcanon.
I think I connected it to the murder victims just because it's like, maybe this is what is required to actually kill Manananggal in the way that they needed it to. But we can but I feel like it's also easy to like move it into a different direction and thereby make it more important.
Well, my question would be, where is the dagger now? Does Virtus have the dagger currently?
I think I picked it up.
Yeah, Rhydian has it.
Oh, you picked it up. Okay.
Yeah, because I tore the guy to bits and a dagger fell out.
Oh yeah, Franklin, right.
And I was like, I'll have that, thank you.
And so far it's tied to the murder victims, which would speak to the theory that is made from the Manananggal.
Yes.
It could also theoretically be tied to the Gate of Power in that it is uniquely suited to split things in half.
I mean, yes, but that would make it interesting as to how the Harbinger plans to use it when it is currently in my possession. This is like, does it put a fucking target on me?
The Harbinger didn't plan it to be in your position.
Plan to lose it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we say theoretically that Franklin is still just like a henchman.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he stole the dagger, thinking it looked cool.
Maybe he like was given the dagger to carry out deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking if it is that central to what you're trying to do, maybe don't run around with it just trying to commit casual murder. Like maybe
it is
somewhere
Franklin.
safe, you idiot.
Yeah, but maybe it wasn't.
Bumbling baboon.
Yeah, that's what I meant with maybe it was not, not necessarily planned that he would use it, but he thought it looked cool, so.
Or what I think is that, like in my mind, he is a henchman, but he's not a total and utter idiot. I think he just did not expect you to have this sudden power surge that you did.
I mean, neither did I, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it could just be much more central to this thing. And isn't this great? We are all on the way there to bring that fucking dagger to where it needs to be.
Amazing. Unless,
of course, we're saying that we are theorizing as characters, in which case I would probably be like, I should probably not bring that.
I mean, I think, I don't know, would it make sense to hide it or would it make more sense to keep it safe?
No, actually, it makes more sense to keep it because these people seem rather powerful. They probably can track the thing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Like if it is connected to the AI somehow, then it's probably
wouldn't it be useful to have Lady Baptiste's fucking power of opening a little pocket dimension for a knife now? But no.
Oh, that would be amazing.
If only you had
a shade.
Move from other playbooks still left to take.
No, I was already too greedy. To be honest, I did like that move a lot, and I looked at it several times when I could have taken it, but it didn't really make narrative sense that I would have that access. So I decided against it, even though it's a really powerful move.
You don't have any other powers to like conceal things, right?
You could strike a deal with a fae.
Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, I mean, I guess that is beside the point if we're just about theorizing, and we can think about that later. I was thinking I could actually, probably, I'm not sure, but I will have to look, could probably hide it in a dream.
Yeah.
True. I mean, that would be amazing.
Fun.
Okay, let's go through to the facets maybe to like organize our discussion a little bit.
Yes.
So we're getting somewhere.
But if we're saying we just put that into the Gate of Power and make it a more central thing,
sure.
Is that enough of a change in theory, or you think that is cheating?
No, I don't think it's cheating. But I would also add that we don't even, like, if it's just about having a change in theory, you don't even need to do that because, as I said, we still have an entirely new clue that we need to integrate. That alone is a change in theory.
Oh. Yeah.
That being said, I'm absolutely, obviously not against shuffling other stuff around.
Well, so I mean, the obscene amount of money torn up and laid out in an odd pattern could be linked to either the evidence of a secret life hidden away. I don't actually know why, but my brain made that connection just now. But the other one that is easier to make is the idea of it being a representation of the larger machinations that have affected the decline of the Manananggal in the form of gentrification and marginalization, and the pattern being perfectly suited to sort of represent corkboard and red strings and
yeah, that
I mean, I don't actually think it's necessarily about everything being secret, but more large corporations being fucking evil and doing a bunch of stuff that we don't necessarily have an overview of.
This aspect of the money being laid out in an odd pattern, to me, speaks of magic, of symbols, sigils, that kind of thing. So financial magic, corporate magic, and also maybe the reality-changing power of obscene wealth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that, as you said, would totally fit in with this gentrification aspect of the decline of the Manananggal. That there is more at play here and at stake than just the mindless, unseen hand of the market working, but it's more targeted, more
the market working,
more intentional,
Yeah, I mean,
this idea with the unseen hand, and there's always this idea of that it all works kind of by itself, and nobody's really responsible for anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's bullshit, but yeah.
Obviously.
What does it look like?
And maybe here we have something that is really intently done, that is even more than just people buying up shit out of greed, but maybe there's something magical, something mystical at play.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, do we just interpret this odd pattern as being part of some kind of ritual, and that is enough of a clue, or do we maybe have a way to figure out what kind of pattern it is?
We can make that up if we want, but I was just thinking of it more as a representation of these. Yeah, like you said, right?
Like some kind of spell.
Yeah, but as you say that, I'm wondering about whether Alecto has a special perspective on that. Alecto being tied to, cosmic laws, being tied to justice and punishment.
You mean in terms of the pattern specifically?
Yeah. Like what it is, what the ritual is.
Does Alecto have some sort of
going
idea about this?
I've seen that before in the 9th circle of hell. The demon Lord Balfagor has that on his napkin.
Right. I remember now. Oh God, I don't know.
The 9th circle of hell, also called Monopoly, or an endless game of.
Yes.
Well, that would, be
somebody else has
very fitting, considering there's torn up money.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like the this detail of the torn up money, like that the money does not really matter.
Yeah.
As a currency or as an object. It's just this means to an end.
Well, it's the power that it represents.
Yeah.
And also the power, meaning that the person in power does no longer need the money.
It's like excessive wealth, like you don't even notice when
Yeah, you can wipe your phone with it, basically.
Yeah.
And maybe whatever power was stored in the individual dollar bills is now
transformed,
set free
into something even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where would we tie that to then? We can tie it to the gate of power, or we can tie it to the decline. I mean, both work. I mean, they are also all kind of connected one way or another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be connected to both.
Yeah, we could also just do that.
I particularly like the idea of tying it to the gate of power. Like, and my thinking there is that the money is kind of the symbolic and ritual fuel for all that's happening.
Yeah.
Like this, that the immutable fact that we're dealing with is that the power to split in half is necessary to claim the gate of power. And then Tomoe's conclusion was that in order to do what she plans on doing, she needs to indiscriminately kill people. And what really helps doing that is having obscene amounts of money that you can just
throw at problems.
Yeah, throw on the table.
And that grants you impunity to a certain extent.
Well, to as big an extent as you have money.
Yes.
If you have unlimited money, it's unlimited impunity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If your company has enough money to buy the state of the Philippines several times over.
Mm-hmm. And all the news outlets that might be reporting on stuff critically.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So basically, we have our own theory, more or less, about the AI that is being tested and produced and fueled here in Manila, and powered with energy that is stored in the Manananggal salts, which are produced from the bodies of the murdered Manananggal. The decline of the Manananggal as a people is also like as for one a symptom of just like colonialism, but also there is this scripture on the wall announcing redemption of and punishment clue that is tied to the decline of the Manananggal, where I think we tied it to Elder Oduja planning a counterattack and planning to and successfully summoning this old god of rage and violence to fight back.
But also has very biblical undertones.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, is not particularly anti-colonialist. Well,
it depends, actually. Sorry, no, this is not. I'm not going to get into this now. This is, but yes, it is certainly not. Mostly not against. Yeah, but I think what I meant was more actual scripture, right? When you're like reading the stuff, you're like, oh, Jesus seems pretty socialist, you know?
Oh yeah,
And
if Christians were taking their own ideology,
you know, and blessed are the meek and all of that. So yeah, not the institution of it. Anyway,
interestingly, I just noticed that we put the small and crooked shrine to a forgotten god of pain and violence to the gate of power. I don't remember what the thought was there.
Nope, no clue. I also think I had very little to do with that one because that one was very virtues centered, and I no longer remember what that is tied to right now.
So this god, it says, what did it say? Oh, where did it go now? Yeah, here. They destroyed their own name, right? And is now the god of perfection.
Oh yes.
It says there's this like little green guy hanging out at the edge of the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wears the mask of perfection, I would say, but
yeah.
Violence.
Here, I'm gonna pop it over there.
Yeah.
So that could also, I mean, it makes sense that whole thing and that God is tied to the gate of power because.
Yeah, it does, because maybe, a crooked way of seeing, like what would be a state of perfection is, having everybody living in some kind of simulation where you can control every single outcome, etc.
It looks like perfection, and really
but
people
actually,
are suffering.
It's violence, right?
Yes.
Oppression.
Not that far from reality, really.
So whether or not that was the original connection, I can make that connection either way.
Yeah, it makes sense, no?
Okay, so we have connected everything?
I think so.
So do you want to roll? I think it's with a +3.
Oh yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
+4 even.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's
4
a
clues.
+4.
Yeah.
And as I said last time, I think the overroll is in this case better than the underroll, because we've seen what happens. We have to do a Nürburgring theory.
As long as you don't roll snake eyes, you're good.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, do you want to roll, Nina, or should I?
Oh, I thought we both.
One die each?
Oh, we can also both roll one.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, let's do that.
Okay. Then...
wait. I have to add stuff to it. Let me see.
You can just roll a d6.
Yes, 1d6, and then...
1d6 each, and then we add the +4.
I have a 4.
Why do I not see this? Oh, did you not use it in the dice roller?
No.
Oh.
I'm using an actual die.
Okay.
Okay. So you had a 4.
Yes.
I'm going to roll 1d6 +4 now, because I like... There we go. Okay.
It's an 11. But you just rolled +2 because you said you rolled +4.
No, it's +4.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry,
it's a 9.
It's a 9, not a 7.
Plus the 4 of Nina, which gives us a 13. So we've really overrolled this time.
That gives you a way too high. I think that gives you a mastermind clue, right? So you reach the door moments after the Harbinger has unlocked it. They've begun to harness the power on the other side of the door, but there's still time to stop them. The Keeper will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt their ascension.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. So
We did this. We've done this before. It's fine. But how did they get the fucking dagger?
Maybe they don't need it after all.
No,
I think they already...
It's just one of the tools.
Maybe they'd already used it. It was already a step that had been completed before. It's because maybe the guy isn't as stupid as we think he is.
Or maybe on the way there, Franklin ambushes you again and just snatches the dagger.
But you hid it in a dream.
I
don't think Franklin is apt enough to just
have such little opinion of Franklin.
Run around in Rhydian's dreams.
I like the idea that I did effectively hide it, and it was just not actually a thing that needed to be done now, and they'd already used it before.
Okay.
I don't know. Also, the reason being that it means it's still in my possession, and maybe I can use it on one of them.
Okay, so the prompt is the Keeper will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt their ascension. I have an idea what is happening now. I'm just wondering if we maybe just want to call it there and do that next time, and have Teased be part of it as well, because it's already 12:15. Do we want? What's the feeling at the table? Do you want a cliffhanger, or do we just want to call it here?
I mean, I'm fine if we want to include Teased in the like showdown. Let's say.
Yeah.
Even if maybe he I don't know what he can actually do, but it will still be interesting to see.
Yeah,
interesting to see him stand around helplessly.
I mean, my idea was
maybe he'll get creative.
What? The powers come back at the most inconvenient moment, right? I don't know what is the most inconvenient moment, but it could be.
It's not now that you need them, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe just after, and then something horrendous happens.
No. Maybe the Insta Tower is not going to be long for this world now.
Well, does anybody mind that, though? I mean,
no. That sounds good, actually. It can be a concerted effort, maybe.
Yeah, I would say let's call it here, and then I will have a think about what the sacrifice or risk is. I have a few ideas. I just would like them to percolate a little bit more.
Cool.
And they all kind of revolve around sacrificing the Manananggal or even Manila itself. Because there's also Lady Baptiste still in the mix, who could show up and demand a blood sacrifice. Yeah.
Perfect time for my character to completely lose it.
Yeah. A blood sacrifice, like along the lines of, I will take out Tomoe now. She should have been mine anyway. But for that, I need more power. And then Virtus's power come back. Yes. And then he has to pull the trigger. Something like that.
Is that really a sacrifice? We all want her.
Well, I mean, the death and destruction that causes among the people you were coming to protect is the sacrifice.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, it will probably not be too much of a targeted attack.
Yeah. Basically, the deal is kill a ton of people to give Baptiste the power for her to kill that one particular person who's already in the process of ascending to godhood. Yeah, I think that's where we're going. But I would like to have teased at the table for that.
I'm just finding it so funny because I was like, couldn't it just be a sacrifice that one of us makes rather? But of course, that would make it too easy. Anyway.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. Stars and wishes. I mean, let's do XP. There wasn't a lot of play today. There wasn't any play really.
No.
Are there any things to be checked? You didn't have chance to express anything. You didn't learn anything.
I mean, I had a dream.
Yeah. Oh, true. Did you learn something significant about a fellow monster in your dream?
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well.
Or maybe about, like, that's the thing, about myself and about another monster.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, I don't know, actually. My impending ruin, I'm like, what? Well, I lost everything in the dream, which was, I'm sure, not actually the money that, you know.
Yeah, at least you both attempted to unlock Doom's door, so you don't need to mark ruin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alecto, I feel a bit sorry for you that you never get to actually play. That will change.
My time will come.
Your time will come.
I'm sure of it.
Next scene, first thing, you just go like, okay, guilty conscience all around. This, and this.
But also, did you hurt the innocent in your quest for vengeance? Yeah, I mean, that is perfect impulse.
Yeah, I mean, we are choosing the correct ones. It's just that we're taking too long with all of the preambles.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, can we already say that I did that, or I will just leave it checked for the next time?
I mean, I guess we can have that little cliffhanger thing. So you arrive there at the tower, and I wonder what that looks like. I think the tower is so. We already established that we have this torrential downpour, right? There is a hurricane forming. And it looks like it's going to be a big one. The streets are deserted as people are evacuating. The people of Manila are used to floodings and to torrential rain and to hurricanes. They know what to do. They know where to hide. They know what to, bring inside. And they do that. streets are empty, the streets are deserted, as you and your army of Manananggal march through the city streets. And Elder Uduja isn't precisely flying. She is more taking giant leaps from rooftop to rooftop. And with every leap that she takes, a lightning comes from the sky, hits her body, and branches out throughout the city. And with every of these branched out lightnings, you will later see, as the streams converge, that other populations of monsters were activated, were brought under whatever that spell is that she cast there in that basement. And they all converge on the tower. I don't know how you get to the top of the tower, but you get there one way or another. And no, actually, I don't think the final confrontation will happen on top of the tower. It will happen in a laboratory where Tomoe is or has just activated the AI. And you notice that happens as you are a good, 15, 20 minutes away from the tower, in that a blue pulse goes through the city. And the blue pulse is the pulse of screens lighting up for a second in an intense blue light before they go dark again. And it forms a wave. Every cell phone, every computer monitor, and every otherwise unlit office tower goes through this wave of activation and then powering down again. The drones flying overhead also quickly have this blue light. And as that happens, the drones that fly above the city seem to form a kind of protective electromagnetic shield that seems to keep out the rain and the storm. The city becomes quiet. When you look upwards, you can still see the storm clashing against this protective dome that is over the city. And you know that you have to hurry now, because what you were afraid was going to happen just happened. And as you come up or enter the Instavitz Tower, you are, that is where we have the final confrontation. You're interrupting a ceremony. And the ceremony is the final and the final unveiling of the new AI, and it's called the Smart Dome. It's called the Smart Dome. The mayor of Manila is there on a little stage, not on a little stage, on a quite impressively well lit stage actually. There is a promotional video that has been going and it's just now finishing. People in the room are clapping and everybody seems very happy about what just happened. And the mayor ends his speech. Oh no, I just said that there was a video that just stopped, so there's no. Maybe he starts his speech by saying, "The city of Manila thanks you, Ms. Takanashi, and Instavitz for installing the, what did I call it? The electric dome?
Smart dome.
The what dome?
Smart dome.
The smart dome. Will keep us safe from environmental disasters, and will also bring jobs to the city, and will bring money to the city." And the mayor hands her the symbolic keys to the city. And of course, you know that it's more than just pure symbolism. And that is a scene that you crash with your army of monsters moving in unison with your electrical charged aunties. And then, of course, you three monsters. Is there anything you want to do before we finish for tonight? Anything to satisfy your impulses?
Let's see. Could I do I Am Vengeance?
Why not?
Let's see. The entity within you can always sense those nearby who bear the scars of trespass and the burden of regret. When you merge with the entity and deepen your senses to see the full weight of a soul, describe what you find there. Spend darkness tokens and roll. And then you roll, and then something happens.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, the short answer is yes, sure.
Okay, let's see.
So, I guess the first question then implied in this move, or not implied, quite explicit in this move, is who nearby bears the scars of trespass and the burden of regret. And of course, like on a base level, everybody, right? Everybody has regrets and trespass. If you filter like this baseline of regret and trespass out, I think what remains is curiously not Tomoe. There's no regret there, and also no sense of trespass.
She feels entitled to what she is doing.
Yeah, and I think she feels that she's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But I think who bears the scar of trespass and the burden of regret is the mayor.
Yes, I think so too.
Mm.
Okay, I will roll.
Okay. Then you spend darkness tokens if you have any and want to spend any, and then you roll. And you have 3.
I do indeed have 3. I can put those on top of the roll, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have an 8.
An 8. On an 8 to 10, the entity within you tempers justice with mercy. Choose 2. Their greatest trespass is revealed by the darkness. Create a power of darkness that you have access to for now. Declare how they must make amends to appease your need for justice. Gain 1 bond with them. Your souls burn and resonate together. Inflict 2 conditions on them, but take 1 in return. And finally, the soul you peer into cannot hide the truth from you. Ask the keeper any questions, they will answer it honestly and with great detail. Which 2 do you choose?
Okay, let's see. I think I will choose the first one.
Amazing.
Also because I want to use my transformation fueled by vengeance power.
I mean, that one you already have, but you can make another one.
Yes.
Oh, I can make a new one.
Yes.
The other 2 you always have access to.
If you want to use your powers of darkness, you would do that most importantly with the Unleash the Dark and Power Through Darkness basic moves.
But you can just create a third one now that you will, I should hope, have access to for the showdown.
Yes. Let's see. What do we have?
But you can, like, narratively, of course, use your powers of darkness whenever it makes sense.
Yeah.
The greatest trespass is revealed by the darkness. What is your darkness? To free monsters from the chains of humanity and to forever shatter the laws of cosmic justice. I think the greatest trespass that you sense he feels he has committed is that he knows exactly where the source of energy for the AI comes from. He knows exactly that he sacrificed one of the indigenous populations of his city for a mega national corporation to earn a lot of money and for the windfall that he got from that personally.
Typical politician.
Yeah, but he is aware and he is ashamed.
Conscience, yeah.
Yeah, but not enough to not take the money.
Indeed. Okay.
What is your second choice? Oh, and what is the power of darkness that you create from that?
Yeah. I wanted to get to that first. So let's see. We have a few left here in the list.
But I think you can also create, meaning you can also make up your own, right?
Yeah, I think that is the idea, actually.
That you're not limited to your drop-down menu here.
I mean, you say limited, but now I have to make something up.
Sorry.
I mean, you take one of those drop-down menu and like maybe modify it a bit.
Yeah, let's have a look. So we have okay. We have this one already. Cosmic senses and insight sounds interesting.
And my mind immediately goes to so we were talking biblical earlier, to allegoric and symbolic punishment. If he is willing to sacrifice the life of people for money, how about a little Midas curse for him?
Amazing.
Or something like that.
So that everything he touches turns to maybe not gold.
Maybe to poisonous salt. No, that's probably horrible because that could kill too many others.
I think that would affect too many others, but maybe
just salt.
Yes.
We'll still kill him pretty quickly.
It will. So the power of darkness could then be symbolic retribution, biblical punishment.
Everything he touches turns to salt. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That is cruel.
It is.
And just to point it out, the power of darkness is not, it's a power that you have now. It is not limited to that one guy.
Yes. Okay, how do I modify the little thingy? Here.
I can just write in it, right?
Yes.
And if not, I don't know, just write it next to it or something. Yeah, you can just type in it.
Now everyone's.
I'm going out.
Sorry. You can just type in. Or at least I can.
Yeah, I think I can also, if you see below underneath all the drop-down options, there's a little pencil symbol.
But you can just write into the line, even without the pencil symbol. But yeah, the pencil symbol, of course, would be the more clean way. Would it? No, because then you need to put it into the drop-down betrayed data.
Anyway, you can just pop it in the next line next to it.
I think that would actually be more messy. Just write it into the line.
There we go.
Yeah, nice. Cool. So that is your first pick. What is the second pick?
Yes. Let's see. Making amends would make sense, but also.
That is so crazy that you can just inflict 2 conditions. That is, in terms of killing monsters, that is a lot. Yeah.
But in case of the mayor, I feel like it would be kind of pointless because I've already ruined his life.
Mechanically speaking, it would be absolutely pointless. Yes.
But if this was
also, is he even a monster? Is he even any kind of
monster? It would be.
No, he's not a monster, but you can also give just a normal person a condition. But it doesn't make a difference mechanically.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe narratively making amends would make sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, for example, inflict the condition guilty.
No, I meant the other one, how they need to make
amends.
How
they must make amends to appease your need for justice. Gain 1 bond with them.
Cool. I was just thinking with the 2 conditions, if you have characters like Tomoe who don't feel guilty, you can just make them feel guilty.
True.
That's also very, very. That would also be in Rhydian's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
True.
Because you can alter emotions, right?
Yeah. And then, that's cool. Because I was just thinking, it's really powerful with these 2 conditions. But what do you do if the GM just says, no, the character doesn't feel guilty, and then you don't have a leverage point to use that power on them?
It's let me do an assist, basically.
Yes.
Just change the feeling of entitlement to guilt.
Yes, absolutely. But you declare how they must make amends to appease your need for justice. How does the mayor need to make amends?
Quick question. In case of the inflicting conditions, I can pick any condition, right? Not just the ones that I have in my repertoire.
any whatever makes sense to you.
Okay. Now again, I think he already feels guilty enough. So let's see. I think what he must do to even begin to make up for the damage that he has caused is he has to give up his position as mayor which might at this point also just be a puppet, right? But he also has to give up all of his possessions and give up his mansion, which will in turn become housing for all of the Manananggal who lost their apartment building.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's now effectively unhoused and has nothing left.
I'm sure he's got a fucking holiday residence somewhere.
And the moment he opens the door, the holiday residence will turn into a mountain of salt.
Does that mean he does that? Or is it like this is what you must do to make amends and he can still also not make the amends?
That's what I was wondering. Do you communicate that to him in any way? Or does he just know it? Or how does that work?
Yes, I tell him that. I guess, okay, so he's currently on the stage, right?
Yeah, Tomoe next to him.
His mic has just turned to salt.
Well, I would leave that to you, Nina. If you need to pass judgment first for the curse to go into effect, like if there's a formal act of passing judgment, or if it just works like that.
I mean, I guess I can be a little more convincing if I, let's see, what do I do?
Like, does his mic just turn to salt mid sentence, or do you rush the stage and formally declare judgment?
I think what is it? The power of darkness I use on him first, and I don't do it. I remain. I mean, we are obviously drawing attention to ourselves, I guess, because we're barging into this ceremony.
Yeah, all eyes on you.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna make a little scene out of it. So I step forward, just in front of the stage, and he just sees this small figure, completely dressed in black, kind of hood drawn down, kind of mysterious little guy. And I actually, can I use my sword to inflict the power of darkness?
Absolutely.
Oh.
So I draw.
Does it curse you? Blind you?
Yes.
Since you are dispensing justice right now.
Yes. But because he is up there by himself, it doesn't really... No, wait, is Tomoe standing next to him? Or is he up there by himself?
They're both standing next to one another. He was just in the middle of presenting her with the key to the city.
Okay.
Which is on a little, quite big wooden placard.
Yeah, like a symbolic thing. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if my power is enough to also hit Tomoe with this curse.
No, it blinds you specifically, nobody else.
No, I know it blinds me, but I'm inflicting the salt.
Oh.
Well, she doesn't feel guilty, so.
Okay, that would be a different move. True. Like if you, strictly speaking, you just create the move.
Yeah, I just created it. I haven't used it yet.
Yes, using it would be either Unleash the Dark or Power Through Darkness.
I got too eager.
And if you want to extend it to,
then let's do it differently then. Okay, so I have now created this power, but I haven't used it on him yet. And I step in front of the stage, and I draw my sword, which now doesn't make that much sense. Let's see. Maybe I don't draw my sword because it doesn't really make sense.
Still, yeah.
I'm not gonna inflict anything. Because I wanted to use it as kind of like a conduit for my power of darkness.
Yeah. We can also just table it here, and you can have a thought of it until next week.
Yes.
But
and we'll start with that.
you could also just do that role, right? I mean, although then again, it can always lead to more narrative prompts once again. So
yeah, and we wanted to wrap it up, so I don't know where this is going to go. So maybe we should
maybe that was good functional cliffhanger, and we stop it here for today. And
I just mention, sorry.
I'm sorry to report that you still haven't heard any innocent in your quest for vengeance.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry to report.
I think enough innocent people will be hurt eventually, though.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
But do you think you expressed your monstrous nature and or expressed your humanity?
I think I did express my monstrous nature by creating that evil power of darkness.
Okay.
That was pretty monstrous of it.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn something significant about yourself and or your impending ruin?
I don't know. Did I really learn something significant? I don't think so.
Okay. Did you learn something significant about fellow monster?
I think yes.
Okay. Take an XP. And you did attempt to unlock Doom's door. So no Doom ruin for you. And
that would also have filled me up.
Ooh. A first advantage. And Rhydian, we already went through the rigmarole, right? And nothing has really changed, has it?
No, I did think about a move that I might make before the cliffhanger, but then now it's much later. So I would just like to mention that obviously we are all doing stuff at the same time, right? As we barge in there. So I think Rhydian will also address the room at large, and well, then at some point potentially the mayor and or both, I don't know. Yeah, like make a big fucking stupid speech to try and inflict my will.
And inflicting horrible nightmares on everybody.
No, well, that's plan B. But plan A is like to speak in my true and cosmic voice and maybe add a mind blast or two. Anyway, I want to do that, and I want to have said it so I don't forget it again, because then I can use my other fantastic ruin move.
I do have so many powers of darkness, by the way.
I have 3 powers of darkness. Oh no, 4.
We did some move last time that gave you an extra power of darkness, but
I can't remember how that happened.
I don't remember either. And I knowing this game, I'm not confident that it was meant to be forever.
It might be that it's only for the last one is, but you can get 3, and because you can get 1 as an XP advance, and I don't know where the 4th came from. I'm sure I can find it if I look through all of my moves.
Yeah, probably came from some move and is probably
no longer
viable.
Might no longer be.
Yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter now.
Anyway, but that's also not the one I wanted to use anyway. I wanted to use one of the ones I have.
Okay. Let's come back to that next week. And for now, stars and wishes, please. Stars, of course, for like just bearing with me through the confusion of how that move works and stuff that I meant to look up and didn't. I also really enjoyed the last scene, or the only scene with Alecto, and this, like, thinking through the move was really cool. And there's not that much more that happened today. Maybe my wish for next time would be that we either are more serious about meeting earlier for the chat, or we just become comfortable with maybe playing until, I don't know, 1:30 or something, to compensate for the chats that I, again, enjoy, but they are eating into our playtime.
Oh yeah, totally.
That we find a solution for that.
I have to say, though, I think one reason why I felt also like less inclined to like move it along is because we don't have Teased here.
Yeah.
And it was this whole like, oh no, we need to do a new theory anyway, so we'll probably not get to the big showdown in the first place. So
it was absolutely like on I think on the concrete and subject matter at hand, I'm totally with you. But in general, and more abstractly, I feel like we need to square the circle of having the chat time, but also not eating it into the game time too much.
Agreed.
And also a associated wish would be that we all have a think about what to do in between the end of this mystery and the start of the February break, in terms of what we might play or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what you mentioned, right? Have maybe doing GM-less games to explore.
But what specifically?
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, I was also thinking of, my brain started rattling around like, ooh, what other games might be cool to use for that? Because like Lovecraft-esque's great, but then also it kind of presumes a descent into darkness, and maybe there might be other ones that are slightly less railroady in that way.
Yeah,
because that works for certain things, but maybe not for others that might be interesting. So,
well, we do have descents into darkness that are worthy of exploration.
Yeah, well, like I think I will sort through and look at some GM-less games that I've been looking at and whatever.
Yeah, me too.
We can do a little brainstorm together also.
Can do.
Because you have all of these games always. I think I have quite a collection also of like little games that you suggested, so I'm sure we'll find some.
Yeah.
I've also I have
maybe
a whole.
We can also do a couple of one-shots.
I have a whole collection on it that is GM-less games that has now gone into the 3 digits, and that happened very quickly. Because I think I only started that collection when I asked about recommendations for GM-less games. Like I had some in there, in my, but I didn't have that collection, and now somehow it is 100 and something.
So you are a resident GM-less game expert.
Not really. It's not as if I've read all of them, but it's just been like, oh, this looks interesting. Let's tag it as,
What about your stars and wishes?
I have a star for the casino scene description that was so detailed and sensory rich. I really enjoyed that. Even though I was like, why are we in a casino?
Shadowing.
No, but it was just like, oh, and then everyone's here, cool. And oh, Lady Baptiste is not actually like just a vapor and smoke. Anyway, that was all very lovely. And despite the fact that you might always think that, oh, I talk a long time when I'm setting the scene, but I think you also do it really well and really like.
Thank you.
Just in a way that's very evocative. So I enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you.
And I also really liked finally seeing Alecto in action and doing the whole like, ooh. I mean, I guess the move is more complicated than we thought, but it was cool. It was cool, the ideas that it prompted with the whole, the retribution being so specific to the crime or whatever, and all of that. I like that, and I like the idea that you would use I mean, we haven't done it yet, but I love the idea that you use the sword as a conduit to impart that punishment. Is that a word? Impart that? Anyway, you know what I mean. That was my other
I think that is right. Yeah.
Wishes? I don't know. Well, I guess I'm very much wishing for us to have the big showdown finally next week. But I do also find that the nice side effect is that we will have Tease there for that, and that always felt a bit weird before this session, thinking, oh, it's not a bit, should we have just not played? But yeah, good job we did, because I had forgotten until earlier that we need to make a new theory. So that's me.
And you, Nina?
So in terms of stars, I want to second the scene in the casino. I really liked the way you painted that, especially at the end, how everything just kind of goes up in flames. I'm also really glad I finally got to do something a little more, even though I got a little bit carried away, but that's fine. In terms of wishes, well, I just hope that maybe next session we can do the big showdown and wrap up the story in a nice way.
Yes.
Ooh, sorry. I just thought, since we were speaking of brainstorming, I'm just going to make another little new board somewhere here, maybe in between 3 and 4, for like to just gather ideas or whatever. So it's somewhere. So it's not disconnected all over different Discord channels, etc. That would make sense, no?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Or like just making another little board on the Miro board where we can, if we have any ideas of like what GM-less games would be good and what types of scenes or characters to explore would be good. Like just basically using the Miro board in a way that it was intended as. No, I mean, this is also intended, but a brainstorming thing.
Yeah, good idea. I will stop the recording here. I think
yes.
We've gone through all we have to go through.